Good afternoon, stroke evening, Lisa.
Good afternoon, stroke evening, Andrew.
Because the clocks have changed.
They have.
So it's quite dark outside.
It's 5:30 nearly, so...
But we have just watched...
For the second time.
Episode 4,
yes.
Doctor Who, Arachnids...
In the UK.
In the UK. Did you like that?
I quite liked it, yes.
Yes.
I didn't like it as much as last week's episode.
Right.
But I did like it, yeah.
Now, just a couple of things. People have obviously sort of picked up on Anarchy in the UK as being not a million miles away from the title. But it's not that dissimilar to Aliens of London when you think about it. Arachnids in the UK, Aliens of London. And interestingly, they're both episode 4 of their respective seasons. So what I said about the structure of the season, it's so far doing exactly
the same,
what Russell T Davis's first season does.
Present day,
future stroke alien, past,
present day.
Come back to present day and have monsters in your local area. So I always thought that first that Eccleston season was very well structured for showing the range of stories you could tell, and it's interesting how it's aping it very much. Now, beforehand, were you a bit unsure about how sort of scary this was going to be?
A little bit. I thought it was going to be... it was going to have jump scares in it, you know, things designed to make you jump.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of that, but not as much as I feared.
Because to be honest, and I know I'm a bit odd, but from the start I was on the side of the spiders. You know, even from their first appearance, because... Wasn't I going, oh...
Yes, you were.
Hello, come on,
yes.
Jump up.
You like spiders, don't you? I mean, if we ever have spiders in the house, we try very hard. We don't squash them.
No.
We catch them and let them free.
Because we rescue them from the cats.
Yeah, sometimes the cats... the other week, Martha had one and she bassed it around a little bit.
Yeah, she was...
it might have lost a leg or two.
She was dabbing at it,
yes.
wasn't it? But she doesn't eat them.
No, she just watches it and goes...
Dab.
So I had to scoop him up and put him out.
Yeah.
He was a bit dazed, I think.
I mean, I just looked up when Chris Chibnall was born, and he's born 1970. So I was trying to work out what his memories of the Pertwee era actually are, or is he more influenced by the novelisation?
Probably, yeah.
Which he probably is, I'm guessing. So obviously we've got Planet of the Spiders, and obviously we've got the Green Death sort of colliding here. But I just wonder how much is it his folk memory of reading those books and seeing the pictures in like sort of the Doctor Who monster book and things like that. Because he's sort of dabbled with Pertwee stuff before, hasn't he? Because with the Silurians and that. So, you know, it's...
And dinosaurs.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you just reminded me of something. I did notice details that I noticed in this one. So I noticed in the chemistry lab some Sigma Aldrich chemicals on the shelf.
Yes, well, they probably just went and bought a load of chemicals from somewhere.
Well, they could have just bought the packaging because there's probably nothing in them.
Well, yeah, there's probably nothing in
them. They're the white round tubs with blue lids. So I might have tested some of the stuff that went in some of those at some stage. Was it Ryan doing shadow puppets?
Which we did notice on the first time. It's only when we saw it on the internet we were like, oh right, did he? Oh yeah.
Because you do see the projector on the desk, and it's just one of those things that, because of the sort of cinematography this year, because he's doing it in the background, it's a bit out of focus. You can't quite see what he's doing.
No, because I noticed him doing something, but he'd been tapping the glass on something.
Yeah.
So I thought he was sort of doing something to a spider.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, finally we get to see Yaz's relatives.
Yes, her family.
Yeah. I did say to you, the bit where she sort of meets her mum, and then, what's his name? Robertson gets his gun out.
Well, he's his bodyguard.
Yeah. She seems to have forgotten she's in the police.
Yeah, she should have said, I'm a police officer, put the gun down, I'm a police officer.
But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that there were some lines that got cut in the edit.
They had to be trimmed.
And those were perhaps the lines that had to go. But I hope that the original script did have her making a bit of a stand at that point. What do you think of her family?
I can sort of see why she wants to get away again.
Yeah.
Because,
Is it that annoying family thing?
It's a slightly annoying family, annoying sister, well-meaning but sort of slightly bumbly dad, and mum that wants to know
too much.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume we're going to see them again. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I assume you're going to see them, and you're going to see Jack Robertson again.
Yeah.
Because the buzz is that you're going to see him in a future episode as President of the United States.
Okay, I see.
Because it seems like they're setting it up. I mean, it feels like it's an attack on certain politicians.
Chris
now.
has said he's got a plan, beyond sort of year one, hasn't he? So maybe not this year even. I don't know.
Maybe.
People have said a lot about how the villains this year just sort of disappear, don't they? But I don't necessarily know that means we're going to see everybody again. But there's a possibility. The big spider at the end, I did feel very sorry for it. And we have to say about dinosaurs on a spaceship. That's the one thing you didn't like.
No, I've still not quite forgiven Chris Chibnall for killing off the Triceratops.
Yeah.
Because it was terribly sweet. It was just like a big sort of dog.
But I felt like that about the big spider, to be honest.
Yeah, I can understand.
And I like the way the Doctor talked to the one in the flat. Saying, I'll come back. And in fact, people have said what happened at the end. Yeah. And I definitely think the Doctor went back and went to that spider and then got all the other spiders
and took them somewhere.
Like to Metabolis 3 or even Metabilis 3.
Yes.
Either of those planets would be good, wouldn't it?
Yes. But I think...
They could eat Gareth Hunt.
They could, yeah. I mean, just because you see... like Yaz and Ryan and Graham going to the TARDIS, it doesn't mean they've gone straight to the TARDIS.
No.
Anything could have happened in that gap. She could have nipped off and had a whole new adventure.
Yeah, of course. And she definitely did say to that spider, "Stay there till I sort it out."
And she can't just leave it.
Well, that's the thing, because was it Simon Pegg said? Kids, that spider's still there.
Held back by a thin line of garlic and vinegar paste.
I mean, the thing about it coming out the bath.
Yes.
I really hope some kids had a bath on Sunday night and there was a spider in the bath. I'm sure there were a few nightmares there.
It was a very scary night Sunday night, actually, because if you're an arachnophobe, then you wouldn't have liked that. And also, which obviously we'll talk about now, but Inside Number 9 scared a lot of people later on in the night. Yeah. For various reasons.
I mean. Yeah, Graham's been given some good material as well. He's got the sort of emotional stuff again, hasn't he? Going back to
his house. And,
yeah.
Well, I like his thing to Robertson as well. Just a piece of advice: run first, ask questions later.
But didn't we get a message from Warren singing his praises again?
Bradley is excellent.
Yeah,
and he is one of the best things about it.
Yeah,
but the Doctor is starting to, Jodie Whittaker is starting to come into her own now. I think.
Yeah.
So.
But we've done these review videos for every episode now. But shall we just talk about this isn't sort of unknown territory for you, is it?
No.
At the moment.
No.
And when the episode finishes, you get a little message, don't you?
I get an email.
And I assume we can talk about this because you've not.
Yeah. As far as I know, there's nothing confidential around it.
You get a little message from the BBC, don't you?
Yes, from the BBC studios.
Yeah, and what do they say? What do they send you?
They want to know what I thought of that, whichever particular Doctor Who episode has just been shown.
So you have to score it?
Yeah, you score it out of 10.
On various factors. You have to describe, the characters.
Yeah, you have to give words for the characters.
Yeah.
What you thought of them, but in one word, which is really hard.
What do you call the spiders?
I did say they were cute.
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they were. I didn't find them scary. So.
But are you running out of words? I'm lovable.
I try not to keep using the same words again. So, but it gets a bit hard sometimes. You're like.
But how long have you been filling these things in?
Well, I've done it
for Doctor
Who for these ones. I think I did it for Twice Upon a Time, but I can't remember.
But when did you first start getting them?
Only for this series, really, not for the previous.
No, I mean for TV generally.
Have you for a while,
you've done
a year
other
or
ones,
two, yeah.
So it's not just Doctor Who you've done them for.
Well, I don't tend to do because I don't watch that much.
There's not much you can actually fill in.
I can say, and they do like you to fill out whether or not you watch them or not.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I can talk
You're
about
justified
stuff
to criticise something if you've not seen it.
If I've not seen it, so I think to be fair, I I've done a survey about potential future programmes, and there is one that's sitting in my email inbox which I have still forgotten to do, which is about formats.
Didn't you have to do one about the Generation game or something? Yeah. Yes. When they had the pilot.
When they had the two pilot versions.
And you said things about.
I did try and
get the cameras in closer.
Could you move the cameras in a little bit closer?
So you actually feel like you're there with them and not just watching like the audience watching it.
Otherwise you might as well be sat in.
Yeah.
No.
So you have actually sort of given sort of criticism of direction and things like that.
And they haven't done any more Generation games, but then it didn't get very good reviews, I don't think so.
But I'd just be interested to know where these, responses go and what happens and whether I mean, obviously they must be of interest for them to send them out in the first place. It's not like they bother sending out surveys that, they're just going to chuck away. I don't know, but I don't know like whether Chris would ever see.
I don't think it goes to them. I think it goes to sort of
the word "cute" against spiders, and he's be laughing. And who's put this?
I think it probably
but
goes.
It was her.
It was me. Yeah. It probably goes to sort of not even the controllers, the sort of just the people. It's to get the audience panel reaction.
Yeah,
I
don't know quite how this all works these days. I really don't. But is it? Are you part of? Because there's an AI score, isn't there?
Yeah.
And is this
I don't
part
know.
of the AI panel
I don't know
or
because
not?
it's when do you normally get the AI? It's a bit too early for that.
It's sort of halfway through the week.
No,
usually.
because you get a week to fill these surveys out, so you wouldn't have a full picture of it.
No,
because not everybody's going to do it immediately. Some people are not going to do it till the last day.
No.
So.
Yeah, I seem to remember AI scores come out a few days after the overnight. I might be wrong. But,
I don't think it could be for that.
But yeah, speaking of scores, holding up really well as well. Yeah. What was it? 6.4 again?
6.43.
Yeah.
Slightly higher than last week.
Yeah, so that's good. So probably round up to about 8 million again, which is I think what Rosa's going to come out. It hasn't quite been confirmed. They were a little late with it today.
We're adding it up still.
So all in all, I think it. If this is an average episode of this season, which I feel it is, I don't think it's the spectacular one. No. I'm very happy if this is going to be an average episode. So yeah, watching it again, I got a bit more out of it. Not necessarily a memorable one, but I hope there were some kids that will remember it.
It will be memorable for children that are watching it that are sort of maybe 7 or 8. Because again, it's the one with the spiders.
Yeah, this is it. It now fulfills the function of the Green Death and Planet of the Spiders for this generation of fans. So that's great. Yeah. In other news, might be an announcement in the next day or two
yes.
about something.
Not necessarily about Doctor Who.
Not about Doctor Who, but fingers crossed it's something that I'm going to be pleased with.
I'm sure it is.
And when the announcement is made, perhaps we do a little talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing to do with us, nothing to do with Doctor Who, but hopefully something of interest to people that listen to our podcast anyway. And that's a very roundabout way of saying it. But I don't know whether it's coming out this evening or tomorrow now, but we shall see. Most exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so goodbye from us and goodbye from all the spiders in our house.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.